What's this? Oh, Vulcan plumix soup. And I'll bet you made it, too.
You want a cup of joe with juice?
Oh, yes, thank you.
Oh, I feel dead.
Anybody ever tell you look dead?
This is not an efficient method for the preparation of sustenance.
Oh, you're right, Data. The ship's computer would be more efficient, but it wouldn't allow for the subtlety needed for great cooking.
Cooking can be fun. Stir, whip, stir, wah! Having fun.
Yeah, the cat digs me.
Bring us water! Oh, no. Not again.
Hello and welcome to Sci-Fi Explosion. Now, a few years ago, you may remember the book and movie phenomena Julie and Julia, in which a woman, she tried to find herself in her life by creating every one of Julia Roberts' every one of Julia Child's famous recipes from her French cookbook. We are not doing that. But what we are doing is we are going to be cooking a few recipes from Titan Books' new The Alien Cookbook. First, I would love to introduce, this is Mary Brickthrower.
Hi.
Mary Brickthrower is one of the original Sci-Fi Explosion fans, and she's an amazing foodie and an amazing cook. I can't do any of those things, so I've enlisted her help to try to make some recipes from the Alien Cookbook. We're making roasted radish eggs in body-melting citrus sauce. Now, Mary, radishes, they come from the earth, right?
That is actually true, yes.
You know what doesn't come from earth? Aliens.
That's true.
Radishes are are they a fruit or a vegetable?
They're a vegetable.
Okay, so they're a vegetable. I don't eat anything that's not deep fried, so I don't know clearly. Mary's going to do chopping up the radish, and I'm going to start to get to work on our body-melting citrus sauce. And first we have a quarter cup of olive oil, which I'm going to pour like so. Look at that swift pour. Next up, I have the kosher salt. This takes a whole which is tablespoon of kosher salt. So I'm just going to get the tisp, and do that. Look at that.
It's actually a teaspoon.
It's a teaspoon. Next, I take a tisp of smoked paprika. At home, I don't recommend you smoking paprika, but if you want to, you can. I'm not a food narc. So I want to talk a second about this object right here. It looks like a Q-tip, but do not put this in your ears, especially if you're going to use it for cooking. This is called a spatula. And you use this when you have your ingredients. And you're going to put it in there and like swish it around.
Zhuzh it.
Yeah, I'm going to zhuzh it.
I am now doing this is going to have them sort of break apart to make them look like eggs. So it's basically, just 3/4 of the way down, a crisscross.
I'm pretty excited about how this dish is going so far, even though I've done nothing except put some ingredients in a dish and swish it around a bit. Mary, these look beautiful.
Thanks.
I can't believe how great these look so far.
I can't wait to tell you that that's not the body melting citrus sauce. It's the marinade for this.
So this is the marinade. It is not the body melting citrus sauce. Glaze. So glaze gives things flavors. That's what I've learned. It's giving it color.
Yeah.
It's giving it some tenderness.
The paprika is...
Yes, paprika is really good. But again, don't smoke the paprika, kids. So next up, we're going to make the cheese-stuffed mushroom eggs. I think we all remember that scene in Alien where Parker served his crewmates cheese-stuffed mushroom eggs, right?
I love it. It's one of my favorite parts.
Scene.
Hey, could you please pass those cheese-stuffed alien mushroom eggs? Thanks.
More iconic than the chest burster, really. We have some mushrooms here. You pick these yourself.
Yeah, you want cremini or baby portobello. So yeah, just popping the stems off, putting them in this little vessel here. Yeah.
I'm personally not a mushroom fan, but I am a cheese fan. Just pop those tops, baby.
Popping the tops off.
Take your top off. What? Take your top off.
That's it.
That's it, man. So now what we're going to do is we have our mushrooms here, and we need to stuff our mushrooms with cheese.
I won't say the name of the brand that we're using, but it's a blended garlic and herb cheese. And even though it's a whipped cheese, we're going to beat it some more because we want it really soft.
So Mary and I, we're going to attempt to make the cheese stuffing look like brains. And I guess the best way to do that is kind of to do a little like swoop on one side. Swoop.
If you want to pick them up to sort of
that
sculpt
would probably
them.
be best.
It says just to cap it, but obviously, like, look how piled up they look. Like,
See, I'm already failing.
okay, yeah, I'm going to start topping off these brains.
Mary and I were talking earlier, and she made the observation that we're all people who are alive and we love food. I clearly like food. But mushrooms are kind of gnarly. I'm not a mushroom fan at all. This is just a store-bought kind of grated Parmesan that you can get anywhere. Yeah. I love this stuff on spaghetti. God, I wish I were eating spaghetti right now. Spaghetti. This apparently is the stuff that we're going to put on there to try to make it look like grainy and brainy.
Correct.
Which were my favorite morning show DJs from the 90s. The Grainy and Brainy Show! Woo! Yeah, sorry.
You're supposed to blend this with food coloring, red food coloring. It will never, ever be red. It's always bright pink. And I've now, tested this recipe probably 4 times, and I can't get that. But we're going to figure it out.
The photo is not really red either. You know, we're doing the best here under difficult cookbook circumstances here. Mary, you are more heroic than Sigourney Weaver fighting all the aliens is.
My throat is like a desert. I'm as dry as I can be.
Come on, taste the taste of wetness. Take the Nestea plunge. Soak your thirst with Nestea instant tea.
Nestea, it's the best wet yet.
So taste the taste of wetness. Take the Nestea plunge.
Okay, so this is supposed to crack open.
Oh.
And so that's like
alien egg.
Correct.
Cracking open to reveal the xenomorph baby. So Mary, we're going to put these dishes in the oven now.
That is
kind of exciting.
Yeah, can't wait.
The magic, it's about to happen, right?
It is. It is. Yep. Can't wait. Okay. We're going to do it.
We're doing it.
Do you want us to do it?
Yes.
Mary, I've discovered that figs are delicious. Mm-hmm. Now you're cutting the fig because what do we have to do? We have to stuff the fig with cheese?
We are definitely stuffing the fig with cheese. And if you notice, this is the exact same preparation as the radishes in that I have to cut off the bottom so that it sits up and I have to do X's on top.
Figs, as it turns out, are delicious. So Mary, the figs are cut. So what do you have here and what are we doing next?
Okay, so now I'm going to basically rehydrate the figs, make them plump so that we can shove some stuff in there. And so using a sweet white wine, it says, I'm actually using some champagne. Ooh, bubbly. Yeah, so we really just need enough just to sort of coat them, which is probably, that's enough. And then put in the microwave. It says, I think a little less than 2 minutes. Let's do 1:45.
Now, I find it incredibly annoying when people call champagne champagne or, even worse, chompers. Your thoughts, Mary?
I do love champers because of Marcia from Spaced, because I think she calls it champers. So.
Right, I'll allow it.
I'll save the bottle of champers for the big night.
All right, So now we're going to put the figs in the champagne. This is basically supposed to plump them up, get them rehydrated.
So basically, yeah, we're gonna rehydrate them. It's gonna like loosen and open them up a little bit so they're ready for stuffing.
That's correct. Now we're going to stuff the figs, and hopefully this will look like an egg hatching out of this thing. This is where I cannot get this to work, but we're gonna, try it out. We're gonna see how this goes. See, I just feel like it's not clean.
These figs are very, very small, and they look like they're incredibly difficult to work with.
Oh, see, I just smashed it. It's not even going inside.
Yeah, it's... All right, so here's another one I did. Look at that.
That's good.
It's like the hint.
Yeah, exactly. It just started to crack open. I like that one better.
Like, I like that. Like, I'm sure they're going to taste good, but this is actually really, like, gross.
Yes. We did it.
This is I feel so dirty. Like, I need a shower after this. This is nasty. Oh, look at that.
Ew.
Because when you're cooking, you want to be like, oh, God. Ugh. I gotta eat this now?
Yeah, exactly. Very fun. Ugh.
I don't think you swim around here.
All right, friends, it has been a journey, but now it is time for the taste test. I feel like I'm on Bizarre Foods. All right, here goes nothing. It's actually really good. Like, yeah, I'm gonna have another. It's
the goat cheese with the honey is really good.
right. It has a very good. This is actually a great dessert snack. I would say because it's very sweet, but it's substantive. Is that word? Substantial. Substantial. It's a substantial like dessert snack, and it's relatively healthy.
Yeah, goat cheese is relatively good for you.
The thing is, I actually really like this. Like, it tastes really good. Well done.
Oh, thanks.
So I give this one a thumbs up.
Almost done. They need to cook longer. Look at that. Smells delicious.
The radishes look amazing.
Yeah, and it smells really good. We're doing the final taste test and plating thing with the cream sauce.
Yeah, I was going to say, we did not make the body melting citrus sauce. It's very spicy. I would have had to use the food processor and did not want to do that. So I made instead a basil and garlic sauce. So that's going to go
I'm excited.
Top of the radishes here. Yummy.
We're going to taste these now, and we're going to see how it is. So, Mary, I want to toast to you.
Aww.
Thank you for doing this. This is a lot of fun.
Bon appetit.
Let's see how it is. Okay. Not the biggest fan of the basil sauce, but the radish itself is amazing. Really, really flavorful. Very moist. Still has that crunch as it's killing me, but it's delicious.
Yes, for sure.
I can't eat mushrooms, so Mary, what do you think?
I think they're delicious. The garlic and herb cheese with the mushrooms is probably like one of my favorite flavor combinations lately. I've been testing this recipe a lot. I really like those.
Ultimately, that's the lesson I think we've learned from this cookbook.
For sure, yes, absolutely. A lot of good flavors in here.
So, on behalf of Mary Brickthrower, thank you so much, Mary. Of course. And myself, Chris Cummins, this has been the Sci-Fi Explosion Alien Cookbook Look At. Thanks very much. Have a great night.